Rogue.
Back to it.
Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something a little different. I had a secret game, and after the game it got me thinking, how powerful is he? Like, you can just absolutely run over everybody. So today we're just gonna kind of play a game I had that was in Strikeout, so it's nothing too spectacular, but I did end up with like 36 downs and 47 eliminations, I think. So we're just gonna kind of walk through the game and talk about what I done and talk about any mistakes I may have made, or whatever happens. So down in the comments, let me know what you think about Seeker, and go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. It really helps me out. It really helps other people to see the video, and I believe that everybody can learn something from everybody. So never hurts to look at somebody. And I started off here with just a primary and the bounce grenade. The bounce grenade with Seeker is so important, like, especially if you're playing Demolition, because it'll help you get that first kill. And in Demolition, if you're not making your money, you're not gonna get. It's gonna be really hard because you have the A3 salvo, which is the worst pistol in the game, if you ask me. It's very bad, terrible. I hate it. So if you don't get anything, then you're not gonna have anything for round 2, and you're really gonna be in a disadvantage. So I like to get that first kill, just like this right here. I used my ability, saw that one coming, threw my grenade over there, the bounce grenade, picked her off pretty easily. And that's part of what makes him so dangerous, is the combination of his ability with that bounce grenade. But that's not even all of it. There's a few times in this game where you can see I shoot my ability and then people can... No, I messed up there. I shouldn't have pushed her. But use your ability and the rest of your team can act on it if they're paying attention. And that happens a few times in this game. So just all in all, he's a really powerful rogue, I think. And more people should be playing, and I don't feel like he gets the justice that he needs. Right there, I had a bad arrow. I kind of just winged it. I should have waited and held back and waited until I heard them to shoot it somewhere, but oh well. And here I can hear them over there somewhere, but I'm not sure where exactly they are. Just push out. She got me. She way outgunned me. Just like all headshots. Dink, 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 dink. And you'll see at the end of this round too, I didn't do too spectacular until I was able to really buy the things I needed, like this sticky grenade, or not the sticky sensor. And then I threw that bouncy way too far. I kind of just panicked a little bit, I guess. Heard the revive, went ahead and took her out. And then we're just kind of chilling out, making sure nobody's going to push the point, because I knew they're over there. I don't want to just run up on point and die. Then I got her with the bow. That's another really popular, or really overpowered part of him, is that bow, man. It doesn't happen a lot until you get good with it. But once you get good with it, you can bounce it off and hit people. Because you just kind of, you find your bounce points, and you know what you can sit, and you find the bounce points to do some serious damage on them. Every now and again you'll get a headshot, and if you get a headshot off the bounce, that's a kill. And I'll go down every time. Couldn't quite catch her there, but Ronan had my back. Searching for where I want to put it.
45 seconds to go. Get to it. What did you expect?
And once again, I should have just waited and held off on that bow until I knew where they were. Now it's just wasted. I gotta wait another 30 seconds for it. When I could have tagged her going back behind that building with it, and would have made life a lot easier. But I do come back and get the kill. They were just pushing over hard, and I think I was the only one on point. I'm not the only one on my team that was there, so. But that's the end of that round. Going into round 2, I like to go ahead and upgrade the gun all the way if I'm in strikeout, because, I mean, round 1, or round 2, if you get enough money, you can have a fully upgraded weapon, and when you do, this gun is laser beams. It's just straight point and shoot, and they go down. It's nutty. It's really nutty. If I'm in demo, however, I like to go ahead and start off by just buying the gun, and then after I get it, instead of upgrading it first off, I'll go ahead and get the bouncy grenade and the sticky sensor, because in demo it's really nice to be able to tag and see where all your enemies are. Really helps your team a lot, especially in ranked where people actually pay attention more. And then you see I threw that bouncy over there, but wasn't quite on target. Just a little bit. But I absolutely love the bouncy grenade. I think it's probably the best lethal in the game. It's kind of like the bow, though. You have to get used to it. And then I wasn't paying attention and ran into a dart.
Taking a nap.
And I never use those clips, so every time I do it, it takes me forever to find it.
Utility out.
Panic shooting.
Lethal out.
I'm good.
It's also like you see, I knew they were back there. I knew there was one down, but I knew he had a kill him, so I went ahead and tagged him, so I just bounced back and get him. I didn't know the third one was there. She took me by surprise. And that you never want to roll into a gunfight, but she was preoccupied, so I kind of felt like I was fine, and I was. So. And then you see that I just laser beamed her head. I don't know how I went down. I think maybe the Phantom got a sniper shot on me. I'm not sure. But I laser beamed her head, and I mean the Sahara is just it's nutty. And my dog back there. See, once you get that bouncy grenade, it just, even if you're not able to get the kill, you're usually able to do a little bit of damage as long as you get the right bounce that you can pop back up and finish them off pretty easily, especially when you have a gun that laser beams. And I genuinely didn't know what to do. The whole team was kind of packed into the hallway. Theirs was on the other side, but I was afraid to flank out because I didn't want to get killed.
I got your back.
And then we all kind of got packed in behind the same building, or the same little block. That's never a good thing. I don't know why teams want to do that. Which in that case, it was kind of my fault. I should have moved, but they're back there. Shoot our arrow, but we can't find them. Another bad arrow, so that will happen. But the more you get used to it, the easier it is to really figure out where you need to put it.
Thanks.
Left, get to it.
I was blind, but the team went ahead and finished them off. And that's so, I hate the blind thing. It's so hard. Like, it's not that it's hard to get away from, but I feel like it affects you from so far away. And then here in round 3, we always want to go with tenacity. and bounce back. Just making it able so that every time you down a teammate, or every time you down someone, your health starts to regen, and it also takes less time to regen. So I feel like with those two, as long as you're getting downs, it is really hard to take you down, because now you can see where the enemy is with your bow. You can pick them off with your bouncy grenade, and then they can't take you down, because every time you're getting those kills, you're just regaining your health again. So every time another one comes around the corner, they're facing pretty close to a full health. So it makes it really difficult. And then we got the sticky sensor. We stick it there on the point, and now essentially anytime somebody comes up to the point, we can see it. Because a lot of the time, rather than going through that building in a choke point where they can be picked off easy, they'll come around that right side there. So I put my sticky sensor off on that side, because then we can watch the doorway and the hallway where people choke into, and also see them over on the outside. And then there, I just knew there was one close. I didn't know quite where she was, but I wanted to find her before I tried to move. That way she couldn't just pop out of the corner. And who knows, maybe if I would have been able to see her before I moved, then I could get around somewhere on her and get the drop. It didn't really work that time, but we tried. That was the idea behind the whole play there.
Nuh-uh. Knocked and ready. Bam!
And there we go. I revealed another two of them. Pick her off with my bouncy.
Utility out.
See, once again, like, once you figure out your angles on that bouncy grenade, man, the bow and that bouncy, they're just an impeccable duo. You can essentially get a kill every time. And I don't want to push her down because I'm just right there. I knew there was more there. And like my teammate there, she decided to push her down, and she got killed for it. So. And I also knew my other teammates were down there on the bottom, so I was kind of just banking on them. And right here, I really couldn't move because my teammates on the bottom, they're sitting still, and one of them's down, and I can't move in by myself. Because you see there's two. And that was all just trying not to move alone and listening for what was around me. Her, I did not know she was there. Alright, so we moved to round 4 now. I think it's round 4 now. But I went ahead and upgraded my bouncy grenade because the extra damage that it gives you really doesn't. It's kind of pointless with Seeker because you get the extra 60% off the bounce. But the explosion radius can come in handy. Like you saw a couple times already in this game, I've thrown my bouncy and I've gotten a hit marker, but it wasn't close enough to take them out. So I got the extended explosion radius and those situations and then a kill instead of just a hit marker.
Knocked and ready. Utility out.
Trying to find a good place to bounce it back behind that, because I want it back behind that wall, and I ultimately missed and hit the door, but it still worked out for us. I mean, it didn't get a mark off of it, but we didn't die either, so. And sticky thing came up as a bust. And then here, they all just pushed too far. Their whole team pushed into one doorway. It made it easy to take them all out. And I thought there was another one left, but there wasn't, so she bounced back around. And even though I didn't get a reveal there with my bow, it was still handy, because at that point I knew that she had moved and I could push up. And the rest of the team followed with me, so.
What did you expect?
And my microphone actually just died, so the sound quality may have went down a little bit. here I pushed her up, which was a little risky. Like you said right there, if that was a good, if that was a good scorch, I would have been dead. But then here I just push her out and finish her off with one tap, which, like, if she was, I should have been dead right there. And you see here, putting that sticky sensor where people frequent is it's a really good idea, because most people are oblivious to it. They're not going to pay any attention to it even being there. Like here, I just keep getting reveal after reveal because they keep pushing to the same spot. And once you figure out where people like to go to sit, it becomes much easier to use Seeker and his reveal abilities. But his reveal abilities are, once you use them correctly, it's unreal the amount of damage you can do, really. I think I ended up with like almost 7,000 damage in this round, or in this game. Then we're just going to wait them out, because we have point, and there's no sense in pushing and risking all our lives. So we'll just sit on point, wait for them to make the mistake. Like here, they all pushed into the hallway. Then my teammate just decided to push by himself. Which is another reason I sat behind the wall a minute ago, because I didn't want to push up and end up like that. And look at that piece of hair. It runs through people. Here we got bunched up. We allowed the flank because nobody was watching the perimeter. We were all hiding in the same spot. So it's another reason. It's important not to be by yourself, but it's also important not to bunch up in one spot like that.
Beautifully done.
Then we finish off the round with the kill on the flanker because she got careless, I guess. What she should have done is just pushed and got a couple kills and then went back around.
Whoa, cool.
And I like to be able to move. I was taking a lot of damage, so I went ahead and got, I can't remember what it's called, the one where you move faster after a down, and revealed this, upgraded the reveal sticky sensor. Because now I have two of them, and why not? It just makes it easier. Essentially, you can see the whole map. If you throw a sticky sensor on one side, a sticky sensor on the other, and shoot your bow down the middle, you can see the entire map. Here I got all three of them tagged. I didn't mean to throw my sticky. I meant to throw my bouncy in there. I accidentally threw it twice. Took out my own bouncy, or took out my own sensor, but I also got the bouncy. So. And she's blind. The glory. I like how they added that to the game. Used to, you couldn't tell if they were blind or not. So you would throw your flashbang and then come around the corner and you don't know who you hit, and you would end up getting downed by someone that you didn't hit because you thought you did, and now you can actually see who it is, so it just makes it handy. And here we just let Phantom be the aggressor. I like to, especially when I'm playing Seeker, I like to let other people be the aggressor and kind of sit back because they'll make the first mistake, and then you can bounce on that. And that's how I string together a lot of my kills. There, just let her know you're there, bounce back, and maybe she'll push you. But she had a pretty good beat on me, so I went ahead and moved out of the way. And when she pushed up, my teammates got her.
Knocked and ready.
There, that was a pretty risky move poker on the corner like that, but now it's her, so I push back. I see a lot of people, when they start getting hurt, they'll push back, but they'll push more like left to right to cover. But I wanted to get out of the gunfire from far away, so I just pushed backwards a little bit. It kept me alive, and I popped back up in the window. They didn't expect me. Let me stay alive.
I'm good.
And there, that's just a case of the enemy pushing too hard by themselves, which is what I see a lot of people in Real Company doing, and it really works out to your advantage if you understand how to use whatever character you're using. It's a very ability-based game, and if you don't use your character correctly, you're not going to do well. So that's kind of why I'm making this video. Just to kind of walk you through my thoughts on it. I feel like maybe if I can show some more people how to effectively play Seeker, I guess, that maybe he'll get a few more plays. Because I really do think that he's probably the best rogue in the game right now. A lot of people disagree with me, and I think they should change his side on. But I mean, even having the A3 salvo, I still think that he's a force to be reckoned with. Like here, I'm out of ammo, and all I have is the A3. So I just kind of sat back and tried to keep everybody revealed, so that my team could kind of move in and take some kills. And it works for a second, but I don't know if they actually got any kills or if they just poked out all careless like my Scorch did just now. But in a perfect world, terrible with that A3. I hate it so bad. It always gets me killed. Once again, I knew she was there. I didn't want to push up on her, not knowing where she was, because I didn't want to come around and just immediately get hit in the head. So I made sure I knew where she was before I pushed forward. And as long as you do that with him, then, I mean, there's not really any reason you should be dying. If you die with Seeker, it's because you made a mistake, and you didn't pay attention to where your enemies are. Here, she's the last one alive. Push and fire and get her. No big deal. And there you have it. 36 downs, 47 eliminations, and what I feel like is a domination with Seeker. He's incredible. So let me know down in the comments what you think of Seeker. Let me know how you play Seeker, because you may play him different than me and still be effective. I don't know. But this is how I play him. I try to keep the whole enemy team revealed before pushing on anybody, and as you see, it works pretty well. Just sit back. Yeah, I see 6,700 damage. But just sit back and let the enemy make the first mistake, and then it's like I tell Panda Obsessed all the time. She plays with me. Tell her all the time, let them peek. Don't peek. Let them peek. You let them peek, you have a beat on them instantly. So I hope everybody's enjoying their day, and have a good rest of the night. Once again, like, subscribe, share the video, hit the little bell icon. That way you make sure you never miss a video. And I'll see you in the next one.